A deeply heartbreaking and shocking piece of news has just hit the entertainment industry, as Hollywood mourns the sudden and tragic loss of veteran character actor Anthony Guidera. Best known to global film fans for his memorable roles across a massive string of iconic 1990 cinema blockbusters, including Francis Ford Coppola's crime trilogy conclusion The Godfather Part III, the sci-fi thriller Species, and the smash-hit disaster film Armageddon, Guidera passed away at the age of 65. The devastating news was officially confirmed to the public following a deeply emotional account shared directly by his heartbroken wife, Valarie Guidera, exposing a quiet, agonizing medical battle that the family had been privately fighting behind closed doors for nearly a month. The timeline leading up to the veteran actor's passing reveals a highly intense and mysterious medical emergency that completely caught his loved ones off guard. According to official family statements, the crisis began entirely without warning on May 11th at the couple's private residence in Southern California. Guidera suddenly collapsed inside the family home after his heart unexpectedly and completely stopped beating. Emergency medical responders rushed to the scene and transported the actor to a nearby Los Angeles area hospital, where medical teams worked aggressively to stabilize his vitals. Because his body had suffered a severe, total collapse from the sudden cardiac arrest, doctors were forced to place him on advanced mechanical life support systems. For nearly 3 full weeks, Guidera remained completely dependent on hospital machines, while specialized medical teams ran extensive diagnostic tests to figure out what went wrong. However, what initially began as a fierce fight for physical recovery quickly turned into a baffling medical mystery. Valarie revealed that despite their absolute best efforts, doctors were completely unable to determine precise underlying biological cause for why the actor's heart had suddenly ceased to function. Faced with a non-responsive state and a heartbreaking medical prognosis, the family had to make the ultimate, agonizing decision. On Saturday, June 6th, strictly honoring the explicit, prior medical directives that the actor had established for himself, he was peacefully taken off life support. Guidera passed away naturally later that day, completely wrapped in the love of his immediate family and closest friends. Following his passing, his devastated wife issued an official public statement to honor the man she described as a guiding light, writing that it is with incredibly heavy hearts that they must announce the sudden passing of their beloved Anthony, stating that they are completely shattered and simply trying to navigate through the impossible grief by taking each painful moment exactly as it comes. Away from the intense, chaotic spotlight of the Hollywood film studios, Guidera and his wife had dedicated an immense portion of their personal time to community service and spiritual exploration. The couple served as highly active, long-term volunteers at a prominent spiritual foundation named Astra, located in Palos Verdes Estates, California. Within the organization's community, the actor was known affectionately as Reverend Anthony. The Spiritual Center published its own emotional tribute online, asking its members to hold his eternal light in their thoughts and protect his family with continuous prayers during this period of profound loss. When analyzing his professional legacy, Guidera built a highly respectable 15-year career as an incredibly versatile on-screen character actor, active from 1990 until his ultimate retirement from the screen in 2005. Born in San Francisco, he originally began his entertainment journey working as a commercial model and actor under the name James Guidera, even traveling across the ocean to perform in various stage plays in Paris, France. His major big-screen Hollywood breakthrough arrived in 1990 when legendary director Francis Ford Coppola hand-selected him to portray a crucial bodyguard for Joe Mantegna's character in the highly anticipated crime masterpiece, The Godfather Part III, marking his very first professional screen credit alongside Al Pacino and Andy Garcia. Throughout the rest of the 1990s and early 2000s, Guidera became a highly reliable and recognizable face across major studio action and drama productions. He portrayed a lead F-18 fighter pilot in Michael Bay's explosive hit The Rock, played a guard in Kevin Costner's post-apocalyptic epic The Postman, and appeared as co-pilot Tucker alongside Bruce Willis in the massive global box office phenomenon Armageddon. On television, he built a diverse resume with guest starring roles on primetime hits like Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Baywatch, Renegade, and Angel. However, one of the absolute most unique and culturally memorable highlights of his entire Hollywood career occurred within the 1995 science fiction horror cult classic Species. In the film, Guidera played a character named Robbie who unknowingly attempts to pick up an alien-human hybrid character played by actress Natasha Henstridge, resulting in a highly intense and lethal on-screen encounter. The raw chemistry of that specific cinematic moment completely captivated pop culture audiences at the time, ultimately earning Guidera and Henstridge the highly coveted MTV Movie Award for Best Kiss in 1996. Following his final film credit in the 2005 independent movie L.A. Dicks, Anthony Guidera stepped away from the cameras completely to focus on his family and his spiritual ministry work. He leaves behind a beautiful legacy of artistic contribution, deep community impact, and a family that loved him fiercely. He is survived by his wife Valarie and their beloved son Nick, leaving a quiet, permanent void in the hearts of those who knew him both as a memorable face on the silver screen and a dedicated, peaceful guiding light in his local community.